Israel Gaza Iran War News Live Update. The conservative parliament speaker of Iran runs for president. Ayatollah Khamenei will preside over a 12-person panel that will determine the candidacy status of Mohammad Khalibaf and other contenders. The conservative speaker of Iran's parliament officially entered the race for president on Monday, the final day for candidates to do so before the June 28 poll. Following Mohammad Bagher Khalibaf's admission into the race for president, a well-known figure with connections to the country's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard will be on the ballot. Raisi was among 7 people killed in a helicopter crash on May 19. Tensions between Iran and the West have recently flared up due to Tehran's nuclear program, its support for Russia's war in Ukraine, and its harsh crackdowns on opposition. Now comes the election, which further adds fuel to the fire. As the Houthi rebels of Yemen launch attacks on ships in the Red Sea in retaliation for the Israel-Hamas conflict in the Gaza Strip, the spotlight has been on Iran's backing of militia proxy forces across the broader Middle East. Khalibaf, 62, first became speaker after a series of unsuccessful presidential campaigns and 12 years as an official in Iran's capital city, during which time he oversaw the expansion of the Tehran subway and the construction of several contemporary skyscrapers. He returned to his position as speaker not long ago. While serving as a commander in the Revolutionary Guard, Khalibaf is most known for his 1999 endorsement of a brutal crackdown on Iranian college students. While he was Iran's police chief in 2003, he allegedly gave the order to open fire on students. Both of Khalibaf's presidential campaigns in 2005 and 2013 were for naught. He decided not to run for president in 2017. In an interview with reporters following his registration, Khalibaf promised to carry on the legacy of Raisi and the late Guard General Qasem Soleimani, whom many in Iran held in high esteem until his assassination by a U.S. drone strike in 2020. Khalibaf expressed his determination to prevent another wave of mismanagement from occurring in the nation and brought attention to the hardships faced by Iranians, such as poverty and pricing pressures, caused by the country's strain under international sanctions. What we have begun to do in the popular administration of Raisi and the revolutionary parliament to resolve the people's economic difficulties would remain unfinished if I hadn't registered, Khalibaf remarked. As the value of the Iranian rial rises back up towards 600,000 to the dollar, however, the specifics of these intentions are still unknown. At the time of Tehran's signing of the nuclear deal with foreign powers in 2015, the currency was trading at 32,000 rials to the dollar. When it comes to determining the yearly budget and other significant measures, Iran's parliament can put more pressure on a presidential government, but it still plays a supporting role in the country's governance. When it comes to major state decisions, the 85-year-old supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has the last say. Khalibaf, who is qualified to fly, was a member of the paramilitary guard during Iraq's invasion of Afghanistan in the 1980s. For a number of years following the war, he oversaw reconstruction work as commander of the Guard's construction unit, Khatam al-Anbiya, amidst student protests in Tehran in 1999 against the government's closure of a reformist journal and the following crackdown by security forces. Khalibaf was the chief of the Guard's Air Force. He also co-signed a letter to reformist President Mohammad Khatami during this time. If Khatami did not agree to disperse the protests, the Guard would act unilaterally, according to the letter. Around the protests, violence occurred, resulting in the deaths of a few, injuries to hundreds, and the detention of thousands.